Today is transformation day. So today I'm doing a full-blown makeover on one of my best friends, Kai. So I dyed this wig in another video, which I will tag below. So today I'm showing you guys how I did this install, and I'm doing her makeup on camera. So stay tuned. What is going on, you guys? It's your girl Easy Breezy, and I'm back with another hair sponsor. Okay, thank you so much, Eayon Hair, Eayon. They sent me a Yaky straight lace front unit. Now y'all already know this is the beautiful texture that is fuller. It kind of looks like natural hair blown out, like permed hair almost. But today I colored it for her, so I will show you guys how I got this really pretty rich burgundy color. I'm going to put the link in the comments below so you can watch that after you watch this install. So listen, my friend Kai is back from the Navy, and she been back for a minute, but baby, she ain't been slayed in a minute. Okay, so today we're doing a full transformation. I'm doing an install on her, and I'm doing her makeup on camera. So today is definitely gonna be a treat for y'all. And I am so excited for this makeover because, listen, Kai, like, I used to do her hair years ago, like 8 years ago when I was still doing hair out my parents' house. But she used to get like invisible parts and partial sewings and like glue-ins and quick weaves and stuff like that. But she ain't never been slayed by the breezy, okay? So the first time I did her wig was when I did the blonde patch. If y'all seen that video, this is the second time, and she's been gone for like 6 years in the Navy. So I'm just glad that, you know, she can finally get her hair done by me. I can work my magic on her, and she can see what the fuck going on this side. And the thing about Kai is she is so safe. Like safe and conservative when it comes to her hair. Like this was her birthday hair and she wanted jet black, and not saying that that's a problem, but bitch, you always have jet black. So I was begging her, like, you know, you don't want no color, you don't want, you know, burgundy, you don't want red, you don't want pink, you don't want nothing. And she was just like, I'm scared, I don't want to pay for it and hate it and blah blah blah. And I was like, Kai, what if I did it for free? She was like, well, shit, let's do it. So she let me dye it. It was super easy anyway. It was just a dip color. Y'all will see in the color video that I'm going to put in the comments below. But yes, I had to bless her with the burgundy, honey. And I just love this texture. Like, this is actually only the second time I'm dyeing Yaky straight hair. So I'm just excited. It's so thick and soft, and it's going to look perfect on her. All right, so while we do this install, let's go ahead and get into the shop talk for today. Now, this is about dating and relationships, and I wanted to get into all this high value man propaganda and all these women chasing this small ass percentage of men in America and why that's a problem. All right, now this problem has been going on for a long time, but one of the content creators that is making this known is Kevin Samuels, okay? Now, of course, that name triggers a lot of people because his delivery is off the wall, out of pocket, okay? And some things that he says is strictly for shock value, and he does it at people's expense, okay? But when you take the entertainment out of it and you just look at the facts, 98% of what he says is really facts, and we can take it and apply it to our lives and understand that, you know, we may be chasing something that is completely unrealistic. So the majority of his content consists of him talking to women and explaining to them why their standards are too high and why they continue to experience undesirable dating patterns. All right, so one topic that he talks about a lot is why there are so many accomplished independent women in America who are still single. Now, obviously, this does not apply to all independent women, but according to marriage statistics in America, there are a large percentage of accomplished women who are still single, never married. So what I learned from his lectures on that topic is that women are getting all these accomplishments. They're getting their degrees, they're making this money, they're starting businesses, and they're doing all these things. They're becoming the provider, but expecting to attract another masculine figure. But according to energy and the male species, a masculine male is not attracted or feels like he can even do anything with another masculine woman, which actually makes sense. Now, a lot of people may say, well, I know independent women who are in relationships, and that's not true. And listen, I'm not saying that independent women don't get married, because there are personality types in men that are conducive to those type of women, and they are called betas. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a beta. It's just a personality type. Beta does not mean bitch or incompetent. That's not what that means. So forget what, media propaganda put on that word, because there's a lot of great beta men in the world. Okay, period. What I'm talking about is these women that assume these masculine roles that also want a masculine man and that don't want a beta man. That's the problem. The women grow up to be these independent, strong women, and they end up being a provider, but don't want a man that stays at home, that cooks and clean. They want a guy that's also a provider, but they're not understanding why masculine men are not attracted to women like that. So, according to Kevin Samuel's analysis on this and his research with real people for years and years and years, he discovered that women who grew up to be independent do not know how to submit to a masculine man. They think that they're going to be in a relationship and totally fulfill a man being their partner, like their business partner. But him being around quote unquote high value, high earning men, he realized that these type of men don't want a partner. They just want a woman to support them in all their endeavors. So technically, he's saying that it is absolutely pointless to flex all these accomplishments and these degrees and all these, achievements when the men that you want don't even value women that have that. They value women who are beautiful and submissive. And it shows that, the modern independent woman nowadays, they're so used to, going to the beat of their own drum that it's hard for them to get on the program of someone else. It's hard for them to be submissive and to let go of everything that you were doing just to support your man. It's hard. And usually, women that have been making it happen for themselves for so long don't like to take the lead of someone else, and they don't like to listen to no one else, because what they've been doing for themselves has been working this entire time. So it's hard to be under the leadership of another man, and this is something that we have to realize, why we're not getting chose by these quote unquote high value men. So the bottom line is high value men, independent men, men who've already, established themselves, look at independent women as being hard to deal with and untamable. Okay. And they look at women who literally have just focused on their femininity, on working with a man, and that come off more submissive as easier to deal with. So the man may look at two different females, right? One female is beautiful, attractive. She has a nice body. She's soft-spoken. She seems very submissive, and she'll just, hop on to the program. Whatever you tell her to do, she down with it. But the other woman already built her own castle. She's independent. She's strong. She has a masculine aura about her, a masculine frame. He probably feels like they're going to be bumping heads every 2 seconds. And, men find fulfillment when it comes to providing for their woman. That just makes them feel complete. So if they feel like their woman does not need them, they may feel like they have no place in that relationship. And to them, technically, what is the point of doing all this for a woman and being her provider and her man if she can just walk away any second and still live the same lifestyle? She don't need you. So that gives them kind of a feeling of insecurity. She can walk away whenever she wants to. A man don't want to think that his woman can walk away whenever she wants to. So it's just like, yeah. And listen, if you don't take nothing else from this video, remember this. The worst thing that you can say to a man in an argument is, I don't need you anyway. Like, that is the worst thing. That is the last thing they want to hear come out of your mouth. So let's say you are in your 20s, maybe late 20s, and you've played the independent woman your entire life. You know, you've fended for yourself and you've made things happen yourself. And you also find yourself in multiple undesirable dating habits. Like, for some reason, you keep attracting all these beta men that you really don't want. You don't want to be the provider. Like, you want to be the provider when you're alone, but when you're in a relationship, you want the guy to be a provider, and you're kind of confused right now. Listen, it is okay. You are not doomed for being programmed to be an independent woman. You can still attract a masculine man, but what you have to do is you have to unlearn and relearn. And this is something that I had to do for myself. So I'm not only speaking from, my research, but I'm speaking from actual experience. Okay, first and foremost, women have to understand that people have preferences, okay? Women are not the only ones that have the right to say, oh, I don't want no fat guy. I don't want no short guy. I don't want a broke guy. I don't want a guy that does this. Listen, the same way that women have preferences, men have preferences. All right, now that we can accept that concept, okay, because that's fair, now we can start to adjust ourselves to becoming more attractive to the men that we want to choose us. The same way that men adjust themselves to attract women. Now, if you don't want to adjust yourself to be more attractive to men, you don't have to. That is the freedom of choice in America, okay? So if that's not what you want, you can click off this video right now. But if you do want to make yourself more available and more attractive to the type of men that you want to manifest, then keep listening. All right, so as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, men who are already established, okay, typically don't look for women to partner with. That's what they have their business partners for and their friends for. They're looking for a woman to be their peace, to cook for them, to satisfy them sexually, and to be submissive to them so that their woman can support all of their endeavors. And come on, like, let's be real. Whether a guy is rich or poor, he's not looking for a girlfriend to be his business manager. I mean, that's what he has his business partners and his friends for. Now, let's say he admires that quality in you, that you are business savvy. That's cool too, but he doesn't want you to let go of your femininity and your sexuality. What's the point in having a girlfriend that helps you with your business, but doesn't put it down in the bedroom? And not only that, she wants you to be completely monogamous and only have sex with her for the rest of your life. But monogamy and polygamy, that's a whole nother topic. We'll get into that another time. But yeah. So the moral of that point is, if you want to attract a masculine man, then you have to be what he desires, which is the exact opposite, which is a soft, feminine, sexual woman, okay? If he wanted someone as hard as him, he could just be gay. And last, a man wants his woman to really want to be submissive to him. Like, let's be real. If a woman doesn't want to be submissive, clearly that's not your bitch. Clearly she can be swept. So yes, okay, so the second point and the last point that I want to make about Kevin Samuel's ideals and what he preaches is that women have a standard that is unrealistic, too high, superficial, and basically these women out here, they be reaching. One thing I want to let all women listening to this video right now know is that there are amazing men that are not rich, okay? There are amazing, honorable men out there that are not rappers. I know that's hard to believe, but there are amazing, honorable, respectable men out there that are not athletes, okay? They are not multi-million-dollar business owners. Like, they are still honorable men nonetheless. And a lot of us go wrong because, you know, we equate the value of a man to how much money he has in his bank account. And yes, that is a telltale sign of how responsible he is. That is true, but that's not all. Instead of making these extensive lists about, oh, what he needs to have and what he needs to own and all these material things, how about we simplify our list to basic character traits that are conducive to a healthy relationship? These can be simple things like being respectable, being honest, you know, being able to maintain himself and his own lifestyle to where he don't need you financially, you know, he only needs you spiritually and mentally. You know, him being a stand-up guy, him being, you know, like these basic character traits, like him taking accountability for his actions. Like these are the real things you want to pray for. And, you know, some women actually have opportunities and stories where they went on dates with high value men or men with a lot of clout, but they realized that their personalities, ass. Their character, ass. So it's in our best interest to pray for actual character traits rather than material things. And we have to remember to not totally judge a man on the number in his bank account, okay? We have to judge him on his ability to maintain his self, take care of himself and his lifestyle, how he treats his body, how he treats you, you know, how he makes you feel special and how he protects you. Like, this is the qualities of a real husband. But we get caught up looking at these quote unquote ideal clout relationships like Ari and Jada's situations, but their situations are not perfect either. Okay, they may look nice, but we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Okay, so listen, the point is stay in your range, be realistic, and stop being so superficial to the point where you keep passing up good men. Whew. So that is the end of my speech, and y'all, my mouth is tired, so let me go ahead and wrap this up. So this is the final result, and baby, these layers, okay, this bang, everything is looking perfect and fluffy. It has so much movement. I love this wig and this texture. Once again, thank you so much, Eayon Hair, for sponsoring this video with this Yaky straight lace front unit. If you guys want this exact wig, I'm gonna put all the information in the description below. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, make sure you go ahead and do that and turn on your notifications, and let me know what you think about the topic in the comments below. See y'all later.